Today's the day for the bandsaw lamb, favourite lamb dish. And here we are at the butchery Le Tour. I'm going to go and ask them to chop it all up for me.
So here I am in the middle of the Old Town and outside one of my favourite wine shops. If you're going to buy wine in the Old Town, this is the place to come to. The lamb that Charlie is doing has got this amazing fresh rosemary, thyme and mint, which makes me really think about some of the southern French wines that you can get, things that are based on the grape variety like Shiraz from Australia but is called Syrah in France. Even more local than that, we've got the Bellay appellation, which is just literally 15 minutes up the road from the centre of Nice. They make white, rosé and some really interesting red wines. I think they could go really nicely with this dish too. Now I'm really excited. I found one of my favourite wines, which is from Collioure. It's the Cornet NC and it will go really lovely with that lamb. Now all I've got to do is decide which other wine I'm going to compare with it. Oh, I found it. My wines from Bellay. So this is the region I was talking about earlier. That is literally on the outskirts of Nice. Now there's very few vineyards up there, but it's still a really interesting area. Looks out over the sea. There's only about 60 hectares of vineyards there now. But they make white wines, rosé wines, and some really interesting reds. They've got some quite unusual grape varieties planted up there. Fol Noir and another variety called Braquet, which you literally don't find anywhere else in France. They are typical to this region, only found here, and I think that the spiciness and the herbs and that wild character will go really nicely with his lamb dish.
Masters is getting the wine, so I'm getting the cheese. So let's go get some. I thought a selection of 3 cheeses for this particular dinner party would be good. First one I've chosen is a Chèvre, which comes from Pyramid, which is actually just above Cannes, so it's very local. It's a beautifully fresh goat's milk cheese, very much in season, absolutely delicious. Moving on, I thought we'd move to something a little bit more pungent, which comes from Bourgogne. It's called a Pisa. It happens to be Master's favourite as well, which is always quite funny because it's actually washed in alcohol, Mar de Bourgogne, so it would be, wouldn't it? And finally, I've chosen the Comté, which comes from the northeast of France and is a hard yellow cheese. This particular one we've chosen is actually been matured for 3 years and will go really well with the rest of the wine we have left over after the lamb salad. If you're looking for accommodation in the Old Town of Nice, check these out.